The story of the Mandalorian resumes in Chapter 7, The Reckoning. Spoilers are coming right up, so you have been warned. Greef Karga asks Mando to help him free Navarro from the clutches of the Imperial Remnant. But as it is soon discovered, the client is actually answering to someone else. I'm Daily Rollard, and today we are reviewing the 7th episode. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are finally back to the main plot in this episode, and there is a noticeable improvement. This is literally the first episode that doesn't end with the triumphant victory. It's also the second episode, along with the premiere, that doesn't end with Mando leaving the planet. The main plot is finally going back into the spotlight, and it's really good. I have mostly praise for this episode. First off, we get to see villains like the Client return. The Client's acting has been pretty good. I love the creepy feeling that he gives off, and this episode marks his last appearance sadly, since he gets brutally shot to death by his own allies. I also really enjoyed his conversation with Mando about how Imperial rule was better, because it is true to some extent. We'd like to think of the Empire as the bad guys, but in reality the post-war situation is a lot worse, and it's also more chaotic too. We also get to see different kinds of Imperial forces in the episode, such as the classic Stormtroopers, but also the Scout Troopers from Episode 6 and the Death Troopers from Rogue One. The Client's death was definitely a nice twist, especially because it was actually his own allies who were responsible. This episode also introduces us to the season's main antagonist, and no, it's not Greef for the Client. It actually turns out that the Client is taking orders from a greater threat, who turns out to be Moff Gideon. His performance is very intimidating and well done in the episode, and I've heard he gets even better in the finale with the Darksaber and all. He didn't do too much in this episode other than standard villain monologuing, but it was alright nonetheless. His overall presence was just cool to see. And the episode also brings back beloved characters like Queel and Cara, which was a good decision. It's a nice way to connect back to the older episodes. But we gotta talk about Queel's fate. One of the things I really love is that this episode really moves the plot along, and does so by taking risks. Not only does the Client die, but Queel does too, which is pretty depressing. He's been a fun character and has been developed to be caring and selfless. And I also love that this episode touched on his backstory as a slave. But yeah, his death was pretty sad and was a very suspenseful way to end the episode. Greef was alright in the episode as well, but my main problem lies with his awkward acting. It didn't feel this way in the other episodes, but something about his performance just felt a bit robotic. He didn't feel entirely natural. Aside from that though, he was fine. The dragon fight was unnecessary but was cool with the lighting, and it also provides a great connection to the Rise of Skywalker. Baby Yoda uses Force Heal to save Greef, which was an awesome way to connect to Episode 9, which was also releasing at the time. I also like the twist with Greef killing his security guards, and IG-11's presence in the episode was cool too. I don't know if I needed to see the backstory scene of Queel reprogramming him, and it wasn't really needed, but nonetheless, he was pretty fun to see. In the end, this episode was, hands down, my favorite of the series yet. It really goes to show how great Disney Star Wars can be when it takes risks and focuses on plot. I'll give this episode a 9 out of 10. The episode provides a wonderful setup for the finale by showing their heroes at their lowest point and introducing the villain. The only problems in this episode are very minor and come from Greef's strange acting and some other unnecessary scenes. But other than that, it was done excellently. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share with anyone ever you know. Let me know what you guys thought of Chapter 7, The Reckoning, and I will see you next time.